that's my hand, and I got paid for it really well. Then it was the time to take a decision in my life, what next, what next. In a class of 240 kids in Venki, 238 are doing CA. So I decided, everybody is doing CA, it seems like the coolest career choice, let's get into it. Started preparing for my first CA preliminary exam, and then right before the exam, gave up on it again. So you can imagine what my parents went through, and my dad is a typical businessman, SRCC topper, so he was like, एक तो बेटी बैंक में घुस गई और उसके बाद उसका कुछ नहीं हुआ. So at this stage in my life, I was really lost, confused, and unsure about what I'm going through and what is going to happen to me. So as luck would have it, at this time, I met my now co-founder Shobit. Shobit was a national level cyclist who had just given up for college, and he was of the same thinking that, Delhi University life is not productive at all, nobody's really doing anything. And we started discussing that we're not the only two people who are in this situation. There are like hundreds of kids over there who have to make choices, but they're not able to do so. So with that simple idea, Josh Talks began as a platform where we called speakers from backgrounds of art, sport, entrepreneurship, music, social activism, to come onto one stage to share with an audience like us their life story. No gyan, no bhashan, no digital marketing 101, but just their journey of how they got there. So this was when I was still in college, and then graduation came close, and then my dad sat me down and he was like, what are you going to do? I got placed with Capital IQ with a hefty salary, hence the money. And then I decided that no, I don't want to do this. In a typical Bollywood scene and with a lot of rona thona and fighting, I told my dad that I'm not going to be able to take this up. I want to inspire for a living, which was ridiculous according to him. He finally gave in and he said, listen, you have 6 months to prove yourself, and then you're going to do what I tell you to do if you can't. So for the next 6 months, I went around and I started asking people their stories. During this time, I met a lot of interesting people. I met Ankur Warikoo, Deepak Ramola, Kristen Ashley, and a lot of other people. And then we got invited to do the SRCC Youth Conference, which was one of the biggest events that we've done till now. 1,500 people showed up, out of which, and we had 6,000 registrations. We could only accommodate 1,500 people. Boman Irani decided to do an event free for us to share his life story. Then the journey kept on going on. We went on to doing an event in Gurgaon, which was our first auditorium-based event. We had 20 speakers, 400 people, all paid tickets, which was awesome for us. And then with a lot of motivation from our audience and our advisors, we thought we'd go national. And these pictures were of an event in Bangalore. Then we decided to go to Bombay. We did an event for a 600 people audience. That's a standing ovation that I got and not one of the speakers. So it was like a big moment for me in my life. During this time, I also came across a lot of interesting stories. Sheetal over there is the daughter of a sex worker who is now becoming a drummer and playing with Shivamani. So along my way, these are the people who kept inspiring me. That right there is Kristen, who's sitting over there. She was there at our last Josh Talk, but I think she put me here first because I put her first on the speaker panel over there. This is Rivej. And 750 people attended the event. That's my team size of 120 people. We had like amazing people right to that. Even like it was awesome. But then the question was that what am I really doing in my life? We started off motivating the youth to take action, and somehow we just got fit into the crowd as another talks, as another event, as another India's most inspiring stories, which was not something that we wanted to be known by. We wanted to be known as a platform that inculcates in youth the drive to be successful. So for the year 2016, we're actually going to cities where we're going to be able to make a difference. So we're planning to go to Jaipur, Chandigarh and Indore, where the startup movement is there, but nobody is really developing it or enhancing it. And we're calling a lot of speakers over there to actually give exposure to these children over there. So this is sort of a then and now moment for me. So that was our first ever meeting for our team, where there were only 6 people sitting and listening. The second event we had 20. The third event we had a team of 45 people. For the last event we had applications for over 900 people to intern with us, and we selected 120 to market it. That's how our audience has changed over time. We did our first event in Air Force Auditorium, Dholakwa, where the black masking is there to hide the seats so that it looks like it's a crowded hall and the speakers don't feel bad. We just did our event in the same auditorium in Delhi, and we had 50 people extra over and above the 750. I had to pay a fine because I was violating a fire hazard. That's the same dad who used to curse me and hate me for not doing anything and not making money, not pursuing my CA dream. And now he travels all over India with me to come and attend my events. So this is what I feel really proud about. And yeah, that's him almost having an emotional moment, and that's him listening. legally. So